today we have a star from Courtney's favorite show ever.
Yes. Law and Order, SVU. Yes.
It is your favorite.
It's my comfort show. So we talked to Peter Scanavino about Carisi, his character. Take a look.
What we really need to do is look in Atlas's room.
Look for what?
Something that may incriminate his father. Carisi, look at that.
That's pretty retro.
Yeah, except it's one of those new ones. It's digital. I mean, maybe he didn't want photos on his phone anymore.
Is it charged?
Nope. But he could have printed out some photos.
Well, if he did, I doubt he left them out in the open.
Like maybe he hid them? Ah, bingo. This doesn't look like she's posing in any of these.
Probably didn't know they were being taken at all.
We need to get a warrant for all his electronics.
I'll call a judge.
I gotta admit, Peter, I'm keeping it together here, but I've seen every single episode of SVU.
Every single one.
That is a lot of time watching TV.
She was sweating.
It's on all the damn time.
26 seasons.
It's on like so
22
many
seasons.
channels
It's a lot.
all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know that you have to feel like that from a lot of people when you're walking down the street.
It's amazing. You know, you don't really know the impact of it. Just walking in here today, there were all these people in the lobby, and it feels great to me personally. I like it. You know what I mean?
Do people call you Carisi?
Yeah, nobody knows my real name. They either go, "Hey, Carisi," or they go, "You're the dude from that show," and I'll go, "Hey." Rarely somebody will actually know my name, and then I know they're a true super fan, and if they pronounce it correctly, Scanavino, then that's even rarer.
Yeah.
So what has it been like? 11 seasons? That's a lot of time, and for to be an actor to work that long with a character is very rare. I know.
You know, it's strange, and I've been very fortunate on the show that I started as a detective, and then was able to kind of transition to a lawyer. So within those 11 years, playing the same character, I got to do a bunch of stuff. I've gotten married. I've had a kid. I got to kind of go all over the place. So it's nice to have the consistency of a job, but it's also really nice to, within that job, be able to explore so many different things while I was on the show. And, you know, it's crazy as an actor. You do one season, and you hope you get to come back for another one, and then hope, and then hope, and hope. And, you know, here I am 11 years later, and it feels like...
What's it like filming on the streets of New York?
Chicago.
You wanted to say Chicago.
This is what I was going to say.
You were in Chicago PD, though.
Yeah, we filmed that here. I've never actually been to Chicago.
You've never been to Chicago?
I know. Oh, my gosh. I'm about to get punched.
What?
No. Well, this has been fun. Thanks, Pete.
I will go.
Okay.
I promise.
Okay, we'll get you there.
The Windy City.
But I asked you that question because, you know, we always talk to the Chicago Med, Chicago Fire Peeps, and they are out on those streets in Chicago, and, you know, people get involved. But New York is, like, real aggressive, like the people, the passersby. Are they? Do you feel like they're part of the act?
I mean, they certainly feel like they're part of the act. I mean, you know, you
That
definitely...
was me. That was me. I found
you
out.
definitely see some pretty... interesting characters, and you know, sometimes they'll have no problem just inserting themselves into the middle of a take, and you know, you got to be patient with that stuff though, because this is not our city, it's everybody's city, and you know, they're kind of, at the end of the day, they're doing a favor by letting us shoot in their neighborhoods or whatever, and you know, so you have to be very patient with that stuff.
So what can we look forward to in the rest of the season?
Well, I hope he's getting some kind of
Therapy?
Everyone's trying to get me in therapy. I'm not going to say whether or not there is therapy involved, but I think this has been a season for him of a lot of emotional ups and downs, and emotional healing too. So I think he's finally getting his feet back on the ground and forging ahead with his job and who he is as a dad and as a lawyer, and there's some really great stuff coming up for him too as we round out the season.
Nice.
Right. What do you hope for the show as you look forward?
You know, I remember when we were hitting 20, and then we got the record. I think it was 21 or 22, and it was like, we're going to do 25, and now 26. You know, got to hope for that pickup for 27, and then 30's right around the corner. So you know, it's an embarrassment of riches. To me, though, you know, everything is just a gift on the show. So,
are you somebody who loves watching themselves or hates watching? Because you can't it's hard to dodge yourself because you're on USA, you're on WeTV.
I know.
Like,
I find it hard
Yeah.
to watch myself. It's not impossible. Some people it's impossible to watch themselves, but it's, you know, like when you hear your own voice,
Yeah.
you're like, I don't sound like that.
Yeah.
It's when you see yourself too, you're like, I don't look like that and I don't sound like that. And if I do, you know, so you're definitely your harshest critic. Some people love watching themselves. It's just not me really.
well, we see you everywhere except for Chicago. So
Soon.
we gotta
Soon,
change that.
Chicago.
We gotta change that.
Soon.
We'll get you to
Be there.
Chicago. At least a crossover with Chicago Med. or-
That would be great.
We'll talk to Tim.
Call 'em up.
We know some people.
Ooh, you know I'm gonna be watching.
That was your dream.
We're told to expect something gritty.
And he has a big scene
Yes, he's
tonight.
got a big scene tonight. So the season finale of Law & Order SVU is tonight at 8 o'clock.